Today we are going to talk about consolidation and cleanup. Welcome, friends, to a new episode of Feed the Beast Ultimate Reloaded. I'm Clobberstomp. I'm having a pretty good day, and you should be having a good day because we are watching a Clobberstomp video. Oh yeah, all right, friends. So what have we been getting into? So I have been working really hard at solving my problems with my ME system. Applied Energistics has been a little bit crazy. I thought I still had a problem with these black hole units, but I found where the problem was. And let's go back here. Okay, the dense energy cell. That was actually empty. It had no power in it. So what I found is when you add all of these guys, it requires a certain amount of RF per tick. And as I loaded them up and put that stuff on there, it started increasing how much my system needs. And even though I could open it up and there was power, there was just enough power pretty much to run it, but you couldn't do anything but pull items out. So we used the wireless controller or terminal to be able to get things out, but I couldn't craft anything. It was really annoying. I couldn't pull things in or out, and it kept happening. Well, one day, or earlier this morning, I was taking a look at this, and it blinked. It flashed off, and then it came back, and then it was all locked up. I couldn't do anything. So I was like, what the heck? That's kind of similar to a power problem. So I came over here and looked at my dense energy cell, and sure enough, it was empty. And I'm like, well, okay, that's weird. I looked at my producer, empty, and then there was nothing in my flux duct either. So the system was overproducing, or I was overproducing what I needed to use. So if we look at this, it says energy usage and energy generation, and then our max power is here. So we have stored power, but this energy usage was way up higher than the energy generation, and it was maxed out, so I couldn't do anything. So with all of these extra monitors and all these extra storage monitors and things like that, and then also the interfaces and storage buses, it maxed out my unit. So I had to change this guy from an MV or an HV to an EV, and now I haven't had problems since, so that's great. Now I do have to keep an eye on it, so if you guys are having that weird problem, and I added, oh no, actually I ran into a huge problem today. So I moved all of these guys up here. What do you call them? Blaze rods. Sorry, I having a blank there. They were down here in a quantum storage bin. Well, by accident, I hit the bin and it blew up. And I have a screenshot for you. I'll show it. I have it so you guys can see it. There it is. It should be on the screen now. That was what happened. And then the server crashed. And then here's the next screen of the server crash. And then me not being able to log in because the server was crashed. And then there's the actual server console log that shows how bad it was. And I could not restart my server. Every time it loaded up and then it stayed in the dimension, all of those entities were down there, it would crash the server because there's how many do we have? 613,000. Now I don't know how many we lost or what happened, but I had to actually roll back to a different backup. So I had to go an hour back, and I actually had built 4 more of these. So I had 7 crafting computers that 4 of them I lost, so I have to rebuild them all. I mean, it's fine, it's not a big deal, but I'd rather have solved the problem, and that's why this thing is here. I've been moving items from down there up here. So today is kind of about consolidation and moving things around. It's been crazy with what we've been doing. So I've pretty much have this all laid out for adding more storage bins. So I kind of been going back and forth from down below up here and grabbing the things that require or that we have like so much storage of. So really anything that's going to have more than 100,000 units, I'm just going to give them a black hole unit right away. all of this stuff down here we've been moving. So I started with some of the really quick and easy stuff. If it was only like a stack or two, I put it in my system. I've actually been taking all of this stuff out too, like this. So all the nether ore, we're taking that out, and then I'm just putting it in the system and letting it run like this. So it just runs through all that tin. It's nice. So I've been playing with my volume leveling as well. So the ambient environment is going to be a little bit, oh no, that's fine. Yeah, we'll put that back up to 20. The only time this really becomes kind of an issue with how loud it gets is when you're by or going through the nether portal. So it's not too bad. And I like kind of being able to hear the machines a little bit, at least at a low level. And I did go fight some things out in the nether, and I tested the crafting based on your guys' mentions of how loud it was. So I've brought my hostile creatures down all the way to 10%, and I think this is a pretty good spot. It's not perfect. I think when I fight ghast, it's a little bit loud for the ghasts, but when I was fighting blaze, I was definitely, my voice was overpowering the blaze. So I think we're good. My program, I use Bandicam, and I haven't figured out how to do it. I do have the ability to split the wave and the video. However, I was hoping it would split my audio tracks between game and oh, we don't need that, between game and voice, but it doesn't do that. So I've purchased the program. It was like 40 bucks or something like that. I don't know. But it's not really what I was looking for. It's better than what I was using before, which was Fraps, but that's fine. But yeah, so we've been doing consolidation, which is pretty much what this episode's about. Consolidation, cleanup, and those types of things. So yeah, I've been running through and kind of cleaning up some of this stuff as we have. A lot of this stuff is going to end up getting its own particular black hole unit up above, and that's why I kept this line here, because we're going to just transfer things to things. And some of this stuff I've moved. So we had double barrels of beechwood. I moved those over to here. We had double barrels of apples, and I actually have a bunch more apples down below. So let's actually go get those. We have some down here in this particular setup. Yes, here we go. 428. That's so many. And then we've got all this Hollywood too that hasn't been put in the system. Look at that. So much wood. And then we haven't even pulled the stuff out of this side either. So we've got 4 things of apples. Just, it's kind of crazy. It's insane with how much we have for, these types of things. So let's do this. Apple. Let's take those, and then we're going to do, why does it not? Weird. All right, so let's do that, and we're going to move you, and we'll put you there. Nope, I lied. Put you there, and then we'll put 1 apple in there. We'll pick you up as well, and we'll pick you up. And let's go to this side and do the same thing. Get you out of there. And this guy. Place here. And then do that. All right. You guys can see what I have prepared for the next episode. Stay tuned. We've got a wither on the way. That's going to be fun. I was going to do that this episode, and then I realized that there were some things that I had to get going when it comes to consolidation of things. So... oh, wrong level here. So was this apples? Yes. So let's get rid of that one and that one. And then we'll put an apple barrel there. There we go. And this will just continue to get more apples. And then we'll move that apple barrel up there as needed. What is this guy? That's beechwood. This guy is cocoa beans. We still have to do all of our Hollywood. What's this one? Ashwood. So there's definitely some of these that I can move. So this guy we can move. We're not going to have any more of those. This guy can move. That guy can do its thing. What was this one? Wheat. Yeah, we can move wheat. And cocoa beans. Those should all be done too. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's move these up above. And we're going to get ourselves some labels. Do we have? Oh, we only have a few label. Why? What the heck? Usually the cursor goes in there. I feel like something's changed. Because usually if you just start typing, why? Search box mode. Did I click something by accident? JEI. Okay, there we go. So I must have clicked that box by accident. Auto synchronized. I like that. I didn't have it auto synchronized before. I think I just had AEI. That's okay. What were we looking up? Oh, label. Okay, let's craft a dozen of those. Craft, and they go like it. Look how fast it goes. It's just so fast. And then we'll get rid of that. Okay, perfect. And then, so what do we want to do? We want to have, okay, the oak wood is going to go here because we're going to just take those out. There we go. And then we can do this. Let's do this here. So this is really what I've kind of been doing. You guys can get an idea of what we're doing for consolidating and cleaning up. So this is just doing that. And we're going to put all the oak wood in there. Perfect. That's doing its thing. We have apples. I think apples here would be a good... Oh, that's not what we want. We need to move apples into one of these units. So... Oh, we need to move these down below. Okay, so where was apples? Apples. Oh man, we have so many apples here. This guy. Here we go. So we can put you there, and then we can use this guy and put this on here like so. So now we're going to put all of these apples in this unit here, which is great. All right, excellent. And those are both done, so we can break those down. And then, so I've been doing that, and then I've been getting rid of some of the particular boxes as we run into them and moving them. As you can see, I've worked through a bunch, not all of it. Obviously, the coal and the nether quartz ore is going to go into the system. Those will probably end up getting their own black hole units, along with pretty much all of this other stuff that's here. There's a few things that we're not going to do, like sulfur, transmutation shards, and molten cores. I'm just going to hook those up to the system at some point and move them upstairs. And, you know, we're not going to need any more of that stuff. So it's like, there's no point for me to continue to get more of it. So that's fun. And then I figured out how to do the labels for these. So these black hole labels, black hole unit labels are pretty awesome. And if you shift click, it'll show you kind of what you have, like the barrels do. But if you shift click, it shows you the total, similar as it does here. So that's kind of cool. There's only one fatal flaw to this. When it doesn't, these don't update dynamically. So until you open this up or you log in, then it will update this value, which I don't necessarily like all that much, but it gives us the function that I was looking for. So the quantum storage seems to have nothing but problems when it comes to linking it up to AE. If it's standalone by itself, it works great. With the exception of being able to pull items from the quantum storage. The quantum storage kind of, in my opinion, it's really, it kind of sucks. I can't break down these items. items get stuck in there. It seems there's a duping problem with items in these. I'd like to break them all down in my onion crafting table, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. And I still am trying to solve that problem. But if you look, we can see all of our liquids. I have set it up for all of the remaining liquids that we're going to be putting up here. So those are all going to go right here. And then you're probably wondering, well, why do I have these other unconnected hardened fluid ducts? Well, the idea is because every one of these has a return or so this is that goes up here. So this is the producing. So production comes from here, goes into here. This is going to be the return. So if I want to send lava anywhere, we're going to put another ender tank next to it, so we can send our lava wherever we like. Same with water and whatever other liquids that we want. Now, the interesting thing is you do not want to use the same code, because otherwise then you'll have an endless loop, and we don't want that. So I'm going to have to come up with another orange, red, and I think what we'll do for anything that's going to be sending, we'll do like either white or black on the back. So kind of like we did with the other stuff when we were talking about moving fluids and liquids before. So I have this pretty much set up and ready for whatever we're going to put down. So down here is going to be all black black hole units, and then black hole tanks up above, and then rinse and repeat. We're going to do all of the black hole units and then black hole tanks. And then I think up above here is going to be all of the remaining items that we're definitely not going to be needing any more of, but we're going to hook them up to the system. So we're just going to put our barrels up above that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. What do you guys think? If you have suggestions, that's cool. I'd love to hear them. But I think 26 deep storage, black hole units, we're not going to need 26 items that's going to need more than 100,000 each, and then the rest can just go up above. I had an idea of making this look really pretty and making it putting all of our ores in the monitors and things like that, and I'm going to do that still. We can use these monitors for the important things that we want. I figured down here will be all like normal building block types of things, or stuff that we just have a lot of materials of, and then we can monitor what's in our system when it comes to key resources like all of our metals and iridium or things like that. And then up here we'll have more deep storage for ores and for ingots and things like that. So that's the plan. We're working through it. It's a huge work in progress, right? And then the next thing that we have is we have to consolidate our fluids as well. So all of the fluids are going to get this too. So if we look, this moved. So we created a ender tank with the code orange brown, and that is for all the way down here for our heavy oil. So let's break this, put this in here. It should be empty. And down below is where the drain is. So we have now moved all of our heavy oil. Well, in the process of doing that, that took a really, you want to go, Enderman? Are you serious? Do you have one of my blocks? Dude, what are you doing, man? Oh, I thought you had like a barrel or something. That's not cool, buddy. I found that this process to drain them is extremely slow. This took a couple hours to do. I also found that if you have any extra things like this, so do we have our tanks in here? Let's see. Do we have any tanks? No. Unit, no tank. Let's get a tank. We're gonna need one. So black hole tank. All right, we'll take this guy. Now, for instance, check this out. So we could take this, and there's two different ways we can handle this. So one, we could just right click on this and it will fill the tank up. The other one is to put this on top and then change this to drain, which is what I did with that one, and it drained like really quickly. So you can do this. Check this out. So let's do that, and then if you right click it with the wrench, bam, it all goes in there. Perfect. Cool. Very neat. Now, this is now all set to... Now we can pull it all out. And we can do the same if we were to right-click on it. Oh, actually, it doesn't work that way if you don't right-click on it. Now, here's another thing that I thought was kind of cool. If you put this down and then you pick up the unit and you take this and you go, it'll take everything that's in there. So that's really super cool, right? So we have all of that essence in there right away. So I found that this is kind of a slow way to move liquids around, and these work really quickly. So we can actually go complete all of this. So check this out. We already have a whole bunch of lava up above. So we're going to take this and we're going to break this down, and we're going to take that unit and we're going to go like this. Look at that. And I just put all of that in here. How cool is that? That's amazing. When I figured that out for the first time, I was so happy. Now we get really, really kind of slow and heavy when we have it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And then I can put a resident thing on here like so. And move all of that into here. And this is just going to do its thing. There we go. And it'll take a while. The running through these is a little bit slow, but it's for that one in particular, it's not going to be too big of a deal. Now, here's where it's going to get really cool. Is if we take this guy and we have 2 full bins of ethanol. Look at this. Now we just picked up all of our ethanol in a matter of seconds instead of waiting for it to do all of its thing. So now I can come up here and I can place my ethanol down, and then we're good. So check this out. We're going to do this, and there's all of our ethanol. And if we go look at our system now, all of our ethanol is going to be in our system. Boom. How cool is that? It's amazing. And then we can do this, and it will show our buckets of ethanol. Now you kind of have to know that's ethanol, but if you shift on the bin, it'll show you it's all ethanol. So we can kind of do that with the rest of these now. So that's really what I've been working on, is all of this particular. Ooh, now I have a really interesting thing. So let's break this down. Can I take that and then move it all like so? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, shifting doesn't do it. So let's, okay, that's interesting. Let's do this instead then. We'll take the big one, put that there, and now this has all of our stuff in it. Yes. Okay, now we can put this one here, and it'll just take the little bit amount out of there. Aha, perfect. There we go. We've done it. And we can take that off. There we go. And we are now perfect. Yes, we've got 15 kilobuckets. So that's so much stuff. Look at that. Oh, this is not even a quarter full. This one is just scraping the surface barely at all. And then we've gained a black hole tank back, which is nice. So there's ethanol. We can go move some more. Let's go check this out. This is really cool. I really like the way this looks. It's so interesting. Water we did. Oil and... There we go. So let's do oil and... what is this again? I can't remember. Gas. All right, so let's do this. And we'll go... Oh, it's still creating more. Ah, there we go. Okay, gaseous fuel. And we can go get the oil now, which I think I put over here. So I put these here in the effort to pump it all out, but I found this by accident. So I found it I was going to try to place it here, but I went like this, and it took everything out of it. And I was like, what? That's amazing. So I was pretty happy about that. So let's let this all drain. Is that still... Oh, okay. Well, it's doing its thing. All right, well, we won't place this one. I can always just pick up more later. All right, perfect. So let's go up and put this away. And I think what we're going to do is we'll put it here. We're going to put oil here, and then we'll put the gas here. That goes there, and then we'll place this here. And we've got, I like how it shows the bucket upside down. That's cool. And then there we go. We now have our buckets in there, and we should be able to see them in the system. Gas. Excellent. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I've just been kind of going through and getting as much done as we can. See, this is kind of a time-consuming process if you have to move things from one stage to another. But next time you guys see this, we'll probably be further along in this process. I figured it'd be kind of cool to see an episode because sometimes you guys see how this kind of works. Sometimes it's a really time-consuming process to go through all of these things. So to move and gather and change things. I've also shut off my quarry down there. So the only thing that should be coming in are those crystals because I want those to continue. And we'll just let those keep filling up these boxes because we're going to need them for Thaumcraft and things like that. So, all right, friends, we are continuing to consolidate and do all of these things. Oh man, this is so cool. Oh, I also added another whole row plus some of centrifuges, so we can move those as well. I realized though that I'm kind of running out of space and I could not find something to go on a high V cable or a glass cable for the industrial blast furnaces. I am running out of space out of this processing wall, so I also need to get other machines in here like the industrial electrolyzers and what are those other machines that I have down here? Maybe the industrial grinder if we want to automate that. I don't know that we need any of these because essentially maybe the compressor. We might need to do the compressor. And then we've got these guys over here, which those could be standalone, not a big deal. I don't like this room. I really kind of actually dislike this room quite a bit. So we also want to get some of these magma crucibles online and operational up there as well. This guy could probably be standalone here, which is fine. But these industrial electrolyzers, we're going to need those online. We're going to need matter fabricators online, charge-o-mats online, and industrial centrifuge as well. So, and the alloy smelter. So none of this stuff's automated yet. So we got to get those going as well. Oh, this guy too. And the implosion compressor. Oh, I don't know where we can put all this stuff. We're running out of space, which is all perfectly fine. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't like how that looks down there. We're going to redesign it. I'm going to pull it all out because really this is going to pretty much be where a majority of our time is spent, is doing things at our main terminal and continuing to improve this section. So we could just click on here and type something in and be like, I want this, and then I want 20 of them, and then boom, we've got 20 of them. Great. So yeah, as you can see, we've only got this area and that area up there to do any more automation. We do have this spot up here to also do more automation if necessary, which we might end up using, and we could use it for more storage as well. So we can always just go up because eventually the idea is these walls will be enclosed. You won't see anything. It'll just be a wall of processing things, a wall of all of our items, a wall of ME storage, and maybe more computers on this side, or maybe I'll put the storage over there. I haven't decided yet. And then, so you'll just have it be in a big box. So everything behind can be kind of wrapped up and then come through the floor into other things that either storage or more processing. So those are my ideas. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. I'm having a good time. This is kind of a slower episode. It's a lot more talking and kind of showing you what I've been doing because it's really time consuming doing some of this stuff. It took me a while to lay this out and then get the ideas and try to make it the way we want. Plus I was running into problems, so that was causing a lot of issues as well. So all right, friends, well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, take care and be well. Catch you in the next one.